Here is Donald Trump's first speech after the Iowa caucuses, where at the beginning he discusses what his experience like was down there.
We love you. We love you. Amazing. It's amazing. You know, one of the reporters just asked me, why don't you do town hall meetings? I said, because we have now the equivalent, I don't know if you know, there's another room this size where it's packed also. So we have 5,000 people. And if we do town halls, we'll be doing about 200 a day, and we still won't be able to catch up. But I want to thank everybody, special people, special place. We've had such an incredible journey since, remember, June 16th. Since June 16th, the famous escalator ride, and we just got back from Iowa, and I want to tell you they're great people in Iowa, and I love them. He says, you better. He said, you know what, I'll tell you, we really did. You know, I started off, and it was very interesting, a very interesting little thing. It's a caucus system, which is a much more difficult system. I don't say better, I don't say worse, but certainly more difficult. And we started off, and when I announced on June 16th, there were 17 people. I hadn't registered. I hadn't been put in polls, so I didn't know what was going to happen. And in Iowa, they said, don't go to Iowa. You don't play in Iowa. Me. And I said, why? I know people in Iowa. They're great people. They said, no, it's not going to work. And if you go there, it's not going to work. So I said, I have to do it. I want to go there. And I went there, and I think we did really well. We did really well. And they said if you get in the top 10, you'd be lucky. And it actually came out the first time, it was like number 10. And then it went to 8, and it went to 5. And we finished number 2. And frankly, had I known we could have finished number 2, maybe I would have spent more time there. I would have taken a day or 2 off from here, but that wouldn't have been good. But you know, it's sort of interesting because I'm very proud of this. I skipped the debate because I wasn't treated properly, nor I wasn't. No, I wasn't treated properly. And, you know, when our country isn't treated properly, we have to behave that way also, just so you understand. When you're not treated like you're supposed to be treated, you have to remember that. Oh, that's all right. These are the stats I wanted to show you. And there's a lot of air blowing down here, I'll tell you. And so what happened is I did the debate, and then I said, you can't do that. And they had it. We could have broken the world record. We would have broken, because the debate that we did, the first one, they had 24 million people. Really, I think it was even more than that after final count. And I think this thing would have had probably 26 to 28 to 29 million people. But you couldn't do it, and I'll tell you why I'm so happy I didn't do it. Because in 1 hour, we raised $6 million for the vets. Okay? 6 million. We raised $6 million for the vets. And if you told me I could have finished first, if I did the debate, or second, plus $6 million for the vets, I'll take the $6 million for the vets all day long. All right? So we got the biggest vote. I'm just looking at statistics here. We got the biggest vote ever in the history of a primary in Iowa. By like 60,000 people came out extra. I'm not going to say that was me, but believe me, it was me. Well, you know, 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, one of the candidates that I'm running against, highly respected, was here, and they had 250 people. So we have 5,000. That should be a good sign. That's like our poll, right? That's like an automatic poll. So the vote that I got was, other than the one vote, because we had so many people, was the biggest vote in the history of Iowa for a Republican caucus. I mean, the biggest in the history of Iowa for a Republican caucus. You know, when you think, the amazing thing is the press, not all of them, some were great. Some were saying, you know, he came in second, he started off in 10th, and he came in second. But with me, they don't like to hear second. I don't like to hear second that much either, to be totally honest. But one poll came out that said I was leading by 4 or 5 points, and I guess, come in second. And the headlines were, Trump comes in second. He's humiliated. There were 17 people when we started. Now you have 11. I come in second. I'm not humiliated. You have, think of it. These people are the most dishonest people ever, okay? Ever. So Marco's a nice guy. Marco Rubio, nice guy. And he comes in third, right? And all of a sudden, he comes in third. He's a senator, does this stuff for a living. He's a professional politician. He comes in third. I come in second. Trump, no good. Rubio, unbelievable night, unbelievable victory. Unbelievable. Think of it. You got to think of this. And then they said, he's very, very close. He's very close. Oh, he could maybe surpass. I think it's about a difference of almost 3,000 votes. That's a lot. That's a lot of votes. But, for Iowa, that's a lot of votes, let me tell you. But I think it was like 25, 2600, some large amount of votes. It wasn't really close. But he came in second. The headline is, winner of the night, Marco Rubio. Trump, humiliated. Nah, they didn't really use that word. They used didn't do that well. And I'm saying, how come the guy that comes in third, and he's a professional politician, and I beat him by, a lot, how come the guy that comes in third, isn't this typical reporter, the media, the worst people ever? The worst. The worst. How come the person that comes in third on many of the networks is being covered like it's one of the great victories in the history of politics in this country? And the person that's not a professional politician, I'm a job creator. I build great companies. I build great buildings. I do a lot of great things. I've employed I don't do this crap. I've employed tens of thousands of people over the years. I'm so proud of the company. I built an unbelievable company. In fact, they went to check it. When I did the filing with the FEC, federal elections, they were, see all those cameras back there? Triple them. They were down there, they were going to fine. First they said, I'll never run.